What's up everybody, it's your girl Aisha and I'm back with another video. If it's your first time joining my channel, welcome, and if you've been rocking with me, welcome back to the channel, y'all. So today's video is going to be a Q&A, an updated Q&A. I'm gonna be answering some questions that I kind of just never addressed, and I just recently made a post yesterday. I made a post yesterday in my little community page telling y'all to drop questions below in the comments if you wanted them to be answered in this video. So that's what this video is going to be about. I won't get to everybody's question, but I picked out a few that I want to answer in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. And the first question, oh, just a little disclaimer, these are not like in the exact words that people ask me. Some of them were not exactly a question, but something that they wanted to be addressed, so I'm going to make it a question. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first question is, am I dating? And am I dating / tips on being single? So for the first part of that question, no, I am not dating. I haven't been dating for like a really long time, but yeah. No, so I'm not dating. And some tips on being single: enjoy your single season. Enjoy your single season, embrace your single season, work on yourself in the midst of your single season, and just trust God, like trust God through it. And with me, like that's easier said than done, but like those are the tips that I would share. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be easy. We're all human, we all get emotional, and sometimes we act out of emotion and not faith. So that's where you can kind of like find yourself doing a reach back or dipping back into the past or whatever. But just really embrace your single season and trust God that He has the perfect man out there for you. And just work on yourself, whatever you're trying to build, whatever empire you're trying to grow, or whatever that looks like for you, whatever your vision is, work on that. Focus on yourself, because there's so many areas that we can be growing in the midst of our single season, and then somebody can come along and we'll just, you know, easily get distracted from what we were trying to do. And it's like when you're not single, you don't get that time back. So yeah, just work on yourself, growing yourself, your maturity, learning about relationships and how to go about them the right way, so that when your time does come, you're prepared, and just praying for your heart's posture and your positioning in the midst of your waiting period. So those are my tips for being single. And no, I'm not dating. The next question, somebody asked me, do I still make wigs? Yes and no. I'll make them if I need to, but like for the public advertising that I make wigs and stuff, no, I don't. But there's an occasion, like occasionally somebody will ask me like, hey girl, do you still make wigs? How much would you charge if, you know, I needed you to make me one? That type of deal, for which I'll come out of retirement. But just as a hobby and a side hustle of mine, no, I don't do wigs. But I'll make one if I need one for myself or my mom or a friend, something like that. Another question said, what to do if you mess up while being celibate or pure? Well, God's grace and mercy is new every morning. Start over the next day. Like if you have a slip up, like that's all I can say. You pray, you repent, you start over. Like it's not the end of the world. We're human. Sometimes, you know, we fall victim to our flesh and then things happen. But just to try to avoid that in the future going forward, try not to place yourself in that same predicament, that same situation, so that you can avoid that. Try to avoid being in private places if you know that you're not strong enough. If you're not strong enough, or you know that one thing leads to another, and you and that person, or it could be you that's just weak when you're in private places with your partner or whoever you're dating or whatever else. Try to just stay out in public places, because I will hope that y'all ain't, you know, doing the do all out in the open. So yeah, but just pray, repent. God forgives you. His mercies are new every morning. It's not the end of the world. But just start over and just pray for strength to grow in that area, and just trust that God's strength is perfect in our weaknesses. Another question says, what are some side hustles that I recommend for 2020? Other than the ones that I do, because I know, like, I can speak to the fact that they actually do make you money, it's just ride sharing. Like, ride sharing, I can definitely say, is a great way to make additional income. And then I have a few people, I have not tried it for myself, but from what I've been told and what I've bear witness to, I know several people who have hopped on the wave of Forex trading that's bringing them additional income. So you may not see, like, oh yeah, a great profit right away. And I'm not even going to speak too much on this topic because, like I said, I haven't tried it for myself. But I do know, like, I have, like, my brother, like, just for instance, my little brother, like, he's doing it. I have another close friend who's doing it. Like, they're actually seeing money, like, seeing profit come out of it. So I would definitely say that that's worth a try. But yeah, like the delivery driving, like food delivery driving, and then rideshare apps, you know, Lyft, Uber, whatever, like, those actually produce you income and you can cash out your money right away. So those are like some side hustles you can try. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. You don't make money right away. But honestly, if you create a YouTube channel, you're popping or whatever, you could already have like a great following on social media to where people will follow you onto your new platform. You can easily start making money, because you only need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours before you can go into monetization. And you can literally you could create your channel today and that could happen for you depending on who you are. But yeah, the ad revenue, you get a payout every month. That's a good side hustle. That's one check that I look forward to every month, every 21st of the month. Yeah, somewhere around there. But yeah, that's a side hustle that you could try. It's fun for me. I don't know if you're like into recording or vlogging, that sort of thing, but it's worth a try. Next question, somebody asked me what can they do when you're feeling defeated. Oh, I know this all too well. Me personally, like, feeling defeated is something that is just unavoidable. We're human. Like, we all go through those periods that we just feel knocked down by the enemy. And I know one thing that I have to still overcome is stop letting the enemy win and stop letting the enemy have so much power over how I'm feeling, stealing my joy, like all those type of things. And really, I just really have to dwell in God's presence when I'm feeling knocked down. I always find myself going like a great amount of period or a great length of time without just that intentional time in the presence of God. But it's like the moment that I do, I'm literally weeping, y'all. And it's just like, that's what I needed. That's what I needed to just feel fueled up again. And that's what I would encourage, like, in the same breath, like, that's what I would encourage y'all to do, is to really just fall at your feet. Just go in that quiet place of yours and pray. Like, whatever it is, lay it all out at God's feet, because sometimes you don't want to talk to nobody. Sometimes you don't want to, I hope you're not taking to social media with, your problems or your issues, because in my personal opinion, I don't do that. I don't like that method of release per se, just because you never know, like, all these people that you're sharing with, they may not have your best interest at heart. But literally just going to God sometimes is the only thing that you need, whether that's writing out a prayer or whatever, or just sitting in silence just so that you can hear God's voice. Like, God, how do you want me to be obedient to you? God, like, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to get through to me? I'm here, because so often, like, feeling defeated can come from the smallest things, or you'll feel like you messed up, or you feel like things are not going your way, or things are not happening in the time frame or the period that you'd like for them to happen. So you feel defeated because you feel like God's not having your back, or he's taking too long for what he promised you. But that's not the case. Like, that's not the case. And it's in those very moments, in those same moments, that God is really, really reaching for you to pick you back up and like, hey, I'm trying to reel you back into me. You got off course, but I'm trying to reel you back into me. And so that's the most important time when we should be pursuing God, like with everything in us, just laying everything at his feet, surrendering, like, God, I don't know what's going on, but you know, I've had a rough week, you know, I've had a rough week, or my family's dealing with this, or, you know, if you have children, my kids are cutting up in school. I don't know, God, but like, I need you. And that's what he wants more than anything, because he doesn't want the perfect people, he wants the broken people. And so that's what I would have to say about that. It's like, once you're feeling defeated, like, really, really, really dig into God. Like, really dig into God. Like, sometimes it's so much deeper than calling your girlfriend, talking about some girl, let me tell you what happened. It's so much deeper than that. And yeah, like, another thing that's easier said than done, but that's what I can say about that, is when you're feeling defeated, like, you really need to be pressing into God, because that's what he wants for us. And then that is, oh yeah, that's the last question. I think that was probably like 5 or 6 questions. So yeah, that's my updated Q&A. If you guys have more questions, feel free to send them to me. I really enjoy Q&As. They're easy, they're simple, quick little wham bam. I'm hoping that, you know, you guys don't feel unheard, that you guys don't feel unseen. But yeah, I am going to be doing the budget series. So I've already have 3 new videos that I'm planning on recording or whatever for my budget series, based off things that you guys dropped in my comments. So I'm gonna be shooting a fashion on a budget video, home decor on a budget video, traveling on a budget video. So those are 3 videos that's going to be a part of the budget series so far. If you guys have any other suggestions that can fall in line with that, y'all let me know so I can get it done. And without further ado, thank you so much for supporting whatever it is that I choose to do at my channel. God willing, I will see y'all in the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in my next video.